Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. I hope you have some coffee this morning. Thank you for joining me for bringing back Basic Gray. This is a collaboration with Bourbon Creek Crafts here on YouTube and Stampin' Cat on Instagram. Basic Gray does fabric now. They haven't done paper in years and years, but we had some in our stash and we found that we were hoarding it. So this way we pull it out, we play with it, we mix it in, and we enjoy it. We're not necessarily trying to use it up, but we are enjoying it. And I am blessed enough to have found some at garage sales, and one of you sent me this gorgeous blue and green. It just keeps coming into my life. They're very complex patterns and they're fun. This is also a good collab because in most cases, I don't have embellishments or other things that go with this. So you get to see how do we adapt to that. If you don't want to spend the money for a whole collection, or maybe they don't make it anymore, how do we adapt and what do we make with it? Today I have 7 cards, just 7 because that's when the time ran out. And I've done sort of like Franken cards, different things off the counter. So I'll show you. And if you've been keeping up with me and watching my channel, you know I haven't made a lot of videos lately, but I'm getting back in the game craft-wise, and I'll give you a little update at the end of this video because I was going to make an updates video yesterday and real life just happened. Okay, so first I have a happy birthday card and a double layer die cut. I picked up on that black and the stripe and popped up that happy birthday. And a lot of these were embellishments that were already cut from scraps or Smash Our Stash type collabs, and I was trying to use them up. And then here I have, what are those called? Like nail heads. They're not quite black, a little softer, but I put them in the middle of the flowers and picked it up. I was gonna use enamel dots, but the ones I have are so shiny, and this is kind of a grungy paper, so I didn't go that way. Then this bird has been floating around. I had an idea to use it on a journal page and I never did that. And I thought, oh, he's going on this paper today. And I put this gold doily behind him and then a gold hello. I don't know if you can see, but I've got a little tiny gold peel off right there. Those Love from Lizzie. They call them peel offs in the UK, I think. It took me forever to figure out peel offs, right? This one, you might have seen this final die cut before. I was trying to use scraps and the happy birthday was a little big and tricky for this die, but still, not my favorite card. I'll give you that. Okay, look at this one. The hello was already cut and then I put it on this one. And I'm wondering, have you guys seen some of these? And then today I just added, I was looking and thinking the colors in this are so tricky. And I don't want to cover up the blue in this paper. So I took some layered flower die cuts. My friend Noni had cut these for me. I just dug around on the counter and covered up a spot that didn't have a whole lot of blue. And I think it just adds enough to the card but doesn't distract. This paper I'm just obsessed with and I didn't want to cover it up too much. Here's another one. Again, all crazy Franken cards. You Brighten My Day was a repeating message, I think the same message, in a 12 by 12 pack. You know, one of those ones you get at Michael's. And I liked the message, but I thought it would be fun to put it with a thanks or something else. Years ago, our card fronts had one message. Now you see a lot, a bigger font and then a smaller font message with it. Like this lovely stamp set that Rhonda just sent me. So you have sending you, and then you have the smaller font, joy, peace and joy, all kinds of good stuff. I put the thanks, you brighten my day together, and then there was a swirl. I think it's actually from a Basic Gray because the color matches from one of their sticker sheets. So I just layered that up and another one here, but then I left all the blue flowers showing because I didn't want to cover them. Sympathy. If you're using tissue boxes, remember they're not going to absorb the glue. I got a little heavy-handed on this fine sympathy die, and these tissue boxes are not going to soak glue. So you have to be really, really, really sparing with your glue. I can see like right there. And you can kind of clean it off a little, or you can just say, well, people won't notice. Then I had these metallic green. I think this was from using up scraps because why do you sit down and cut metallic green leaves? And the green is pretty great with this. So I just tossed them on there, and I especially needed them because this tissue box had like an embossed number 4 right under this leaf that I didn't notice when I was putting it together. So strategic embellishments, people. Okay, remember these? I made them in Smash Our Stash. Brads this big aren't gonna mail well, but I was thinking about it. I very often hand deliver sympathy cards, even in this COVID kind of semi-world, because I don't always take flowers. I don't know when I'll see the person. I don't know what to say. So I bring a card. And I think lots of times when someone has a loss, things are a little cloudy for them. Things, grief kind of just chokes you. And so this card sits around and reminds them later that I cared and they can call me and that kind of thing. I think I hand deliver them a lot. So I thought giant embellishments would be pretty good on sympathy cards. And I've never really done that. And of course, it's not the same paper. It's not matchy, but I like how it turned out. And I don't think it's too much bling for a sympathy card. I have a hard time decorating and embellishing sympathy cards because somehow iridescent foil paper just doesn't seem the way to go. So those are my cards for this week. 7 totally random cards. This paper I think I would use like all day long for stuff. I just love it. I might even just set a couple of these out on the counter and enjoy them for a bit, even though the counter's really messy. So a bit of updates. In a collab video, you should be super careful about respectful and length. There's only 3 of us in here, so I can take a little leeway, and I know that Kathy and Beth won't be upset with me, but if you're in a collab with 20 people, don't do this. I got invited to do a craft show in a tiny little town, November 12th. I have never ever done a craft show. I am terrified, even though it's tiny. I'm trying to figure out what sort of stuff to take or make and decorate my table with. I think the audience will be more traditional type cards, not so much hello with a bird on it, and not a lot of these raw type sentiments that I love. You know what I mean? Like, she believed she could, so she did, or things like that. I think it's going to be happy birthdays and thinking of you and sympathy. And I'm trying to figure out what is the balance between how much holiday stuff should be on my table and how much year round. I'm just kind of terrified, never done it. It's scary and it's good, and maybe it's a good distraction for me. So I've got that going on. I was going to make a video this weekend of pulling out my Christmas stuff and swapping over. If you're interested in that, leave me a comment down below, because that's a big thing to film, and I don't know. I think maybe if I put haul in the title, it would be worth filming. I don't know. We'll see. We stayed up super late last night. We had do you call it a barbecue or a cookout? If you had people over to your house and you barbecued burgers and hot dogs, is that a cookout or a barbecue? I think this is a geographic thing. And I was curious because the girl at the store told us we were having a cookout. And I was like, am I? Anyway, we had one. It was very fun. We stayed up till midnight, had company till midnight. It was a little bit bittersweet. That's only the second event like that, large birthday party, large gathering of any kind, that we have had since we've lived in this house. And it was because Wilson's not here. So it was super fun. It was great to see people, but it was, the end of an era. And literally the last time we had any gathering like that was the night before we got Wilson. So it had been 8 years, probably to the month. You just roll with it, and we're adapting. The Princess Kitty was very, very sick. I mean, very, very. And she is now on like a hospice level of care, does whatever she wants, eats whatever she wants. She eats a couple of cans of prescription food a day, which is like twice what she needs for her weight. But she's probably still only 6 pounds, probably broke the 6-pound mark. So I think as long as she's here, I'm probably not going to foster. I'm going to just let her do what she wants. And last night we locked her in her room so we didn't lose track of her, which she doesn't care. She's never been one to care about confined spaces, loves them. She is my craft room buddy for now. I don't think very many journals will sell at all at this event. And I don't know what's in my Etsy shop, but I have a lot of journals. So I really probably need to focus on making cards. I was also thinking about mini books, mini journals. They would be fun for stocking stuffers. And my friend Andrea saw one I think she sent it to me on Instagram, where the lady used denim for the cover. And I don't know about you, but I have old jeans. I have probably quite a few clothing items that are blue or blue floral that I need to accept that it's time to move them from my closet to the craft room. I hope you're taking good care of yourself and taking time for crafting and relaxing. I got a free place to stay at the beach next weekend, so I don't know what the videos look like. You just let me know what you want to see, and I hope that you're all taking great care of yourselves. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.